Hey,
Hello, Tuesday.
how are you guys doing today?
Wait, hello was Monday.
What?
Hello is Monday. Hello, Monday. Today is Tuesday Tech Talk. Or
Top of
Tech
the
Talk
day to you
Tuesday.
Tuesday then?
Tech Talk Tuesday today. Hello and welcome to our channel.
Welcome to
To
our
talk.
fun. Welcome to our adventure. How are you all doing? Everybody's here. Great, great, great.
How are you guys doing? So great to see you all in. Today is going to be a very exciting day. Today is Tuesday Tech Talk. Last week we had an amazing Tuesday Tech Talk. We did some great channel reviews, so to say.
Yep.
I don't like the word review, but Ben suggested to look into some some channels and see maybe what we think, what suggestions we could make to improve.
That's right.
And it got really popular. People loved it.
Yep.
Some people did some great improvements as well.
So-
Donnie did some thumbnails.
Made videos even showing what we were suggesting
Yeah,
and stuff
Joel
like
with
that.
Dad did about section. Go and check his video about section.
Yep.
And check his about section.
That's
and
right.
we also got some messages as well. So we're really glad that we can share what we know. And if you can add to our information, we are very happy to have that too. As we always say, our Tech Talk Tuesdays are Tuesdays.
You're getting caught in a tongue twister, aren't you?
You and I have questions. You and I have answers. That's our motto for today and for our Tech Talks. Because we just share knowledge. We're not experts.
This is correct.
Yes,
This
that's
is
right.
we cannot stress that enough. And that's why we're not a brutal one. We don't have all the answers. You want to discuss it? We're always happy to. And this was just showing a quick clip. I don't want to play his audio because I'd like you guys to see his own video, but he talks about where he went, the web dad went, and then he explained how he made the changes to his about section and stuff like that based on our discussions last week. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, that was amazing. And
Yep.
I really like the about section. It's really punchy, story like, very descriptive in a good way that it actually lets us know what the channel is about.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Donnie also did, he redid all his thumbnails
Yep.
in one style. So now it has a cohesive look to it.
That's right.
Panic D also has started to change their thumbnails in the latest, I think, 2 videos that they have out. And so did.
They've been working so hard on their stuff.
Yeah, Kirby did as well, and a few other ones. So we really appreciate guys, and we hope that it helps you get more attention in the YouTube pool.
I seen a little French in there today. It's from Wood Pigeon Outdoors, who lives in Gatineau, Quebec. How cool is that?
Ooh.
But, bonjour, mon ami. Comment ça va ce soir? But I also is all fully English here. Excellent.
Yeah. Thank you. As we, well, what are we having for plans today?
Plans today? Well, we're going to talk our Tuesday Tech Talk. We got all kinds of things. We're going to be talking about thumbnails and banners. We're going to do some examples with Photoshop and using Canvas.
Yeah, and the exciting part about that, as you all, the ones who follow our Twitter today, seen it's a giveaway tutorial.
Yep.
We have a special wheel. We're going to spin the wheel for those of you guys who want to get a free thumbnail or banner.
Yep.
Or channel art, how you call it. And we're going to spin the wheel and see who are the lucky winners.
Yep.
We'll see how many we can do. So we're going to do a live tutorial on that. And at the end of it, you get to keep the thumbnail or banner.
That's
and
right.
if you want, use it on your channel. So that's our special giveaway tutorial live today. And among that as well, there's still your welcome questions as well about anything, video
Yep.
editing, photo
That
editing,
photo editing, shooting,
YouTube.
editing.
Uh,
Yep.
and if you also, for those of you who are new, chime in with answers in the chat. We all learn together. If you have anything to add to any questions, more than welcome to chime in as well. So let's do some housekeeping. Housekeeping. So for those of you who are new in this channel, we are a husband and wife team based in Montreal. We do photos and videos as our day-to-day business. And at the same time, we're getting up close and personal with YouTubers from all around the world
That's right.
on our live with Puša too.
We handle YouTubers from all different stories, all different sizes. We get to talk with them, chat with them. You get to know them better. The chat is respectful. We all hang out with each other. As you can see, everybody's blue. I just had to make a couple more blue here,
Yeah.
which is always great.
And we're here 6 times a week from Monday to Saturday.
Yep.
Tuesday Tech House is there's only two of us, and you guys in the chat are talking all tech.
Yep.
And tips. And the rest of the days, Monday and Tuesday to Saturday, we have guests that we chit chat.
Yep. Get to know a little better.
Yeah. Get to know them a little bit more, and of course you in the chat as well. Yesterday, how did the yesterday go? Yesterday we had a really interesting conversation.
Yeah, with Dr. Egbert. Wow, he was on till we almost with 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
We went on 4.
Yeah. So
thanks to Bottle Caps who wanted to run it up to the hour. So.
But that was really amazing conversation, and I'm sure there is something for everybody that you can take from it. If you're interested in health, nutrition, lifestyle, well-being, and holistic approach into all of that, go and check it out in yesterday's stream. And by the way, for those of you who didn't know, there are 2 things about Dr. Egbert.
Yep.
One thing, he's a former Olympian. He took part in the Brazil.
Decathlon.
In decathlon.
92.
In top 10 in Brazil, 1992. That's right. And he plays guitar and sings.
Yep, and sang in Swedish. Isn't his native tongue. He does live in the States, but he's originally from Sweden.
And he played a guitar for us and sang a song in Swedish yesterday.
Yeah.
So go check it out. It was really interesting, very interesting to know him better and get some tips on health. That was yesterday.
We're getting lots of questions here. Wood Pigeon Outdoors asking, even though you live in Montreal, do you think Quebec should get a team again? Wouldn't hurt. I mean, I don't know. I don't follow it much like I used to. It'd be nice. I wonder if it'll be another thing, kind of like Ottawa or anywhere else, with the support go up for a bit when it first comes in, then it will last. But hey, why not? It's worth a second kick at the can, I guess.
Also, if you guys have a question for us, please try and put @Puša or #Puša Studios at the beginning of it so I can see it. Because when you do that, I see it in orange, and that makes it noticeable more, so I don't miss it. If I do, just copy paste it again, just in case.
I love that. I'm sorry, I just seen Yankee Hunters Adventures. What team do they have a YouTube channel? I love that. Oh, you're amazing, Yankee. Oh my God, I love that.
Also, guys.
Actually, I'm learning them. This is my wife is from Latvia originally. This is the Latvian hockey jersey. I don't even know. People are probably shocked that I'm wearing something besides black, but the only thing I own, 1 out of 3 shirts I think I have of any color besides black.
Yeah, I think so.
It was just sitting there. I must have put it away and then moved some other clothes. I've seen it, so I wear it about once every 3 years, I think, for a night.
Yeah, that's original jersey for their hockey team.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Yep. Latvia.
That's right. That was the first thing I bought myself for myself, I think, when I was in Latvia.
That's true.
First time.
And I was worried because, of course, you don't know the language. At that time, it wasn't as friendly to English in general. So.
But back then in 2008, there were certain stores I went into where they wouldn't even serve me because I was English. They would literally sometimes just kind of turn their back and wait for me to leave. It's 1,000 times better. Like even in 2013, it was like a whole new city. the rig itself, let alone
yeah.
the country.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
Definitely.
But yeah, that was a. It was I'm Donnie. I need a United jersey. I was waiting for that.
Let's see who's in the chat today.
Yeah.
And while we're doing that, don't forget to like and smash that share button. Please, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
If you can do that, and if you are lazy, too lazy to do that, go over. Yeah, go over to our Twitter and reshare one of our tweets about today's live stream. And if you're too lazy to do that as well, well, that's okay too.
I need to make it. I need to say a note before we go any further. As you know, Xenia suffers from chronic pain, and she's very good at being here lots of nights. And she's in between treatments, so she hasn't been on painkillers for approximately about 3 months. And although she puts a really nice face onto it, not in a bad way, I mean, Xenia's having a pretty rough bout of it right now. So I'm just letting everybody know if the pain does become too much, we will shut down a bit earlier tonight. I hope you guys are standing.
Call 911.
No, we're not gonna. No, Han, we're not letting it get to that. No.
No,
But,
yeah.
I just wanted to tell everybody in case if you know, just to let you know in advance. So
if I start to talk silly things.
no, I know. You see, she does this to try and get through. You know.
Yeah, no, I was considering canceling today because it's just it's getting too hard, pain wise, not live stream wise. But you guys cheer me up, so let's try and do this together.
Wood Pigeon says my wife is in Montreal at the moment for work. She originally from Quebec City, Lower. Oh, cool, excellent. I hope she enjoys her time here.
Yeah, who's there? This is the first time you've ever seen Andrew wearing the colors in black. That's true.
Yeah.
As Andrew was saying, and Wind City, no, it's not my cheerleading outfit. It's original hockey team jersey for Latvia's team.
Yeah.
And yes, they did pretty good in Olympic Games. They very seesaw team. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's really bad. Okay. Let us see who's in. And don't forget to like and share while we do this. So, Abraxas VPRD, hello and welcome. Did you do the walk to your bridge today? You were going to go to see the bridge.
That's right.
Yeah.
I got a good memory. I forgot.
Anna, I always mispronounce her name. Anya T. I hope I'm right. Beauty and the Bird, of course. Which one of you girls are there? Cops is in. And 2448 Toyman, Dolby Dad, Donnie is in. I thought you're not working today.
Oh, Donnie, boo.
Gilbert Rod, Happy Trails Hiking, welcome. Once you're back, OD, one of our past guests.
Yes.
Happy Trails Hiking. Juliet Miranda is in as well. Calvin Climber, haven't seen you for a while. Lodge 5126, fellow Montrealer. Lisa Milena, Panic DVDs is in. Carol Emerson, TV, of course. Daryl, the original. Have changed their thumbnail, no, but profile picture. Kyler Terrell, Wind City Stevo, and Wood Pigeon Outdoors, as well as Yankees Outdoor Adventures.
Yes.
Welcome.
So great to have you all here tonight.
People. Yeah. And for those of you guys who are not in the chat and are just listening in your headphones, thank you for joining in. Say hi if you can. If you can, that's okay too. We are going to have a little bit more visual live stream today, partly. So hope you can join in. Blue Ranch Group. Yeah, hashtag Blue Ranch Group.
That's right.
For those of you guys who missed some of the episodes last week, we were doing a selfie with Blue Ranch Group on Twitter. So what you do is you take a selfie with you watching the live stream and post it on Twitter with the Blue Ranch Group hashtag. So that way everybody can see
That's
what
right.
you're doing and how you look like.
Donna was here? We're doing this? Let's just see. I thought it said take care, Donna. Yeah, Lisa.
Christopher Spence is in as well.
Kevin Clymer was here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah, it's always great.
It's still hard to hear.
It is. Let's see. I'm getting full volume here. Oh, I hope we're not going to have trouble with that. Right? Testing. Let's bring this up.
Well, Yankee, just take a picture of yourself. That's what we're gonna do here too.
There.
While Andrew's talking.
I just cranked up the volume. Is this any better? I don't know why it's low tonight.
Hello.
I'm not sure why, to be perfectly honest.
Okay, there you go. And we're going to put it out with Blue Ranch Group hashtag. Volume is better.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Night, Donnie. Have a good sleep.
Yes.
You need your sleep. You're working nights.
Yeah, Mike is active. Okay.
So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just putting a tweet out with our selfie under hashtag Blue Ranch Group. Hope you guys can do the same so we get to know you a little bit more.
Yes, Lisa, testing 1, 2, 3. So thank you so much. It is Blue Ranch Group. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
that's right, Hosier.
Yeah, I just posted it somewhere.
We always said we never wanted a group. We're not affiliated with all that. Like, you guys know the whole long story I have on that one. But then we thought at least this one is not a group. We just called it Blue Ranch Group, of course, because it's a similarity to Blue Man Group, just for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
But it's just a community thing.
Yeah, it's more fun. It's a gimmick, so to say.
We're not going to have patch colors or anything. We're not going to be competing with the Rock Machine or Hell's Angels anytime soon. Maybe we could. That would be actually cool.
Yes.
We should make something like that.
We could. That would be interesting.
Yeah. Interesting jacket.
You don't dance or drum. Well, you're here and you have a blue wrench. That's right. Enough to have that in your tag. Let's see.
Oh, Toyman's here. 2448 Toyman, welcome. Who is going to be our guest in a couple of weeks, right? We're still working on the time.
Or? Yeah, we're still there, but definitely.
That's gonna be really cool, guys. He's out of Ontario and got a big model railway set up, and we're actually trying to see if we can work something out that he can be like right in his area and maybe even show us around a little bit. I'm a fan of all that stuff. So, oh, my buddy's here, Canadian Drone Network. How are you? Welcome. Good to have you here. There's a man who's got a ton of live streams to go to. Like
oh my yes,
he's got his rounds. Well, Yankee and those guys too. And I like how you guys do support each other in your groups. Like I don't want to use groups because it sounds so restrictive, but I mean it is in your scene. We'll call it. I think it's so cool. I really love it. It's a positive way of doing it. That's what's nice about it. And you just really take interest in each other's stuff, and you're very involved with each other's stuff. It's not just showing up, and I think it's so cool. Like Yankee, he's great for that. So I love when he's in, and I see him with all their group and stuff like that.
They're very tight knit, I find, which is really cool.
But very welcoming to other people, and
yeah,
because there is something to be said when you have a specific theme on your YouTube channels. It's nice when you see the ones that are in that are welcoming and bring in that gray area, because somebody mightn't hike all the time or outback bush or whatever, but there's people that really might enjoy watching about it, or people who do it part-time and they also build Camaro. I mean, people can have tons of interest, and it's good to have your solid core, but it's also great when you welcome in. I think that's what keeps it diverse and keeps it fresh. I think Yankee wrote, the groups allow us to help each other with ideas, collaboration, and tips on exactly 100%. I couldn't agree with you more.
Okay, I tweeted out our picture, so you can go and check it out if you're on Twitter. And I hope there are some other ones that I can check out later on too. Oh yes, there is. Perfect, amazing. There's some from Healthy Trails and the Donnie Shaw and Panic D.
I love when you guys do that.
Yeah.
I really love seeing.
I love getting to know. We love getting to know you guys. Hosier.
Yeah. Go where profile and then search.
Yeah. Well, you can, yeah, just Blue Ranch Group and latest.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, you did it again. Oh, thanks, Xenia. Well, there's our lovely addition to the whole thing. Oh, that is so nice.
Oh,
I
that's
love that.
sweet. That's so amazing.
You guys are so amazing. You guys, I love you guys. You guys always do such great selfies, though. Love the wood there.
So you guys are watching us while you are in the haunted travels, Panic D.
So cool. Oh, look at Healthy Trails
Crazy.
one. That's nice. Oh, I love it. Great photo.
Thank you so much.
Past ones as well. Love that, guys. Love being associated with all of you.
Yes, please steal it away, Panic D. We are here to have fun.
Yeah.
um,
I like that what Yankee said. I like bringing everyone together with Wood Pigeon. There's no Canada or America in the group. We're all YouTubers. That's right. We're under our own flag. I love that.
Yes, and I like Gilbert was saying we're all strangers in this land until one day someone comes along and lends a hand. It's on that day we stand united as brothers and sisters, and walls go crumbling down.
That's amazing. Oh my
Is it from
god.
a song, or you just
Yeah.
or you made it right now? It's really awesome. Is it on Facebook? No, it's on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, you can do it on Facebook too, and we will check that out there as well.
Panic D, you guys go right ahead. I think that's an excellent idea.
Definitely.
Go for it.
It's not stealing. It's called inspiration.
That's right. 100%. You know, and you guys always make stuff your own and that. I never even worry about that.
Yes, exactly.
They just got back from recording. Your phones are dead. Okay. Jeez. You guys were busy. Yeah, so many pictures, Hosier. It's cool. I like that. It's nice. It's nice to have a place to all gather like this. Like we said, we have no real thick rules here. We're not a whole pile. It's just about everybody getting along together. We really try to be that melting pot where all the groups can come together, and not talking about the groups like Yankees and them, but everybody's stuff and just everybody supports each other. And I don't know. You guys have helped make this something really special here, and we love it, and we thank you so much for it. Oh, Lisa's good. We love you too, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming. Good luck. I hope your phone charges quickly for you. If you're up after, you want to drop by, be on for a little while. Always love having you here. Have a great day. Blair pointed at Xenia and said, "Remember her." Oh, she did a hosier.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's cute.
Aw. Hi. Hi, Blair.
Yankee, good luck getting your stuff together for your trip and all that. And always, whenever you can, you're always welcomed here. Always love hearing from you. Enjoy. And thank you for coming, by the way, as well. Thank you. I wrote that tonight based on previous experiences this weekend. Well, that's great. I really like what you wrote, Killer. That's really nice. It's nice to see stuff like that. No problem, Canadian Drone Network. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it anytime you can be in the chat. So thank you so much. Uh, a happy trail. Happy trails. Yeah. Happy trails hiking. That's what I was. That's what I was looking for. No pressure here. So loving. Well, you guys made it that way. You guys are the ones that made it happen. So we owe you guys for that. And that's true. You can say all the great things, do all the great things, but I mean, we don't have any real power on all that. It's you guys that decide if this will be a success or a failure, and you always make it a success. So that's it's all on you guys. Oh, she likes watching it all the time, Hosier?
Yeah, well, I shouted out too for her. So hello again.
So
That's
cute.
so cute. That's really sweet.
Kenneth, the Kentucky fan, welcome. Welcome back, I should say. Thank you so much for returning. I hope you're well tonight. It's good to have you here. Well, what do you think?
Yeah, I think
What's
it's
your
time.
view?
Let's do that. So, if any, we are going to be doing a little live tutorial on doing your thumbnail or YouTube channel art. Um, and we're going to be giving away the product, the customized product. So, if any of you wants to have a free thumbnail or YouTube
Yeah.
channel art, just say at Puša Studios me or something like
Yep.
that, and I can add you into the
That's right.
listing that we're gonna. Once we get a couple of you guys, we'll add it to the wheel.
Michael McReynolds, welcome. Good to have you here. How are you doing this evening? Yep, we have Photoshop ready to go, and we're also going to do some on Canvas. And any questions you guys got as well, like say shooting, editing,
Yep.
photography, videography.
Yeah, well, we're getting people that would like their thumbnails or banners done, and see how it's done as well.
We got one already. You got
Yeah.
Hosier.
Perfect. While we're doing that, we can also answer some other questions. So that's it once we have a couple of you guys here.
Now, let's see. Okay. So we're going to try this. It is going to be a little tricky because we haven't sat down and discussed how we're going to do what or anything. So I'm just going to put it on screen share right now, and we're going to figure this out together, guys. Okay. So here's what we're going to try. I'm thinking first. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so now we're going to share. So let's take this video.
So we're doing Jose just because he's the first one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right here. What I do, so if I'm using a screenshot, instead of going and converting the video, downloading it, because I got to grab it off of here. Just as a side note, if you ever need anything like, it happens sometimes too. You screwed up and you lost your original file. You still need a thumbnail. So any reason you'd have to go on your YouTube page. If it's somebody else's, always make sure you have permission. I'm assuming Hosier is fine with it because he asked us to do it. So just a little trick. Go to the page. Say we want this video. We're gonna copy. Now we need a picture of that. And this is where I get a lot of my thumbs. And you can do this with regular video, but I'm going to do it right now with this one. If anybody doesn't have VLC, get it. Especially working with video, because this opens all kinds of formats. It's very versatile, and of course, it's free. I'm sure a lot of you know it already. But a neat little feature into it, and you can do this with regular video. I'm going to do it right now with the stream. Instead of going through all the part of like converting it over or taking like a bad screenshot, I'm going to go media. I'm going to go to open network stream or control N. And you have this menu pop up. I'm going to delete what's there. All you have to do is just paste the YouTube link that I just copied. We're going to hit play.
This episode of Hoosier Back Outdoors is brought to you by Gatorade.
There. So now we have his video up in here. So we can look around here. We don't want him drinking the Gatorade, of course.
No advertising unless you are supported by it.
Now the one thing is when you're scanning through here, it's a little harder. So we're not sure yet what we want. So we're going to go back now. We're going to look at the YouTube video. And we're going to open his window up a little more. Okay. Now, if you click usually anywhere, like even here, and you hold up, see how we can see the frames? Just keep holding it. So we're going to look for a picture that works for us. Okay, that's kind of a nice one right there. So 1:26 is the time. So around there. So we'll just go back a little bit. Okay, that's a cool shot. So now we're gonna, because it's hard to do that VLC because of course you can't see your dragging. We can just go to 1:23 around there. Hit play.
A little crease.
Now, say you want, like, they're talking, there's a bit of a smile, you want them, like, in the middle of them talking, you want to close their mouth. You can just hit this button here, frame by frame, and find the frame that you like. So, okay, this is a pretty cool shot here. So we're going to take that one. Just over here, there's a photo, icon of a camera, and click take a snapshot, and pow, we have our picture. So, don't mind me for a second. I just have to go to Pusa. This is our server.
Cops is saying right click and save the URL at that time.
Yeah. And then once it's in there, that was just for the timing after, but yeah, you right click and to bring it into VLC.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Sorry, I can't see the chat right now. So future guys, sorry, I was just trying to. Guys, this is one thing I didn't think. I'd just bear with me for a second. I'm going to copy because I don't want to do any damage to our original. So I'm just, if you'll bear with me for 1 second. Yeah, I'm just going to copy this over to my desktop because it's better be safe than sorry. Yeah, we could lose. We do have a backup, but it's hard to get to right now. So, and I think my network just froze on me for my thumbnails.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, that happens.
Yeah, that happens. I'm going to take off screen share. Oh. Please don't tell me that froze up.
Oh, you're still going.
I'm going for now. This is not good. It will kill the stream if I go down.
Oh, it's there.
What the hell happened there?
Wonder, guys, if you can hear us or not while our stream is freezing up here.
Try on Photoshop.
Cosir says that my good looks screwed the computer. Yeah, they can hear us, by the way. And see.
Okay.
Hello, our Geek Designs. Welcome, by the way. You're right on the great day to be on our stream.
Oh.
Don't be sorry. It happens. Everybody deals with that.
Oh my God almighty.
And Anya, thank you. You're Brax is about half hour away from the location they're going to. They're going to see some haunted bridge today. It's a problem every day. Yeah, computers, that's the technology nowadays, unfortunately. Yeah. This happens on a regular basis to everybody. And yeah, I think we all wish that we would have like the best computers ever. So everything
this
goes
is not
like
a computer thing. This was our home network, the connection between them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm just going to test. Can you guys hear us still?
Yeah, they can hear us.
I mean, now since that just scratch went through, that's why I'm just double checking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Technology is evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take off the screen sharing for a second.
There's a good and bad at the same time. There's always two sides of it. Remy Moore, hello.
Hey, how are you? Welcome.
Josier, my browser freezes sometimes for absolutely no reason.
You're just going to keep it going for seconds until I make sure this is...
Yeah, well, right now we're just fixing some technical difficulties, and we're going to be right back into making on how to make a thumbnail from your video. A high-resolution one, nevertheless, because If you do just choose a frozen frame, so to say, as per YouTube's own editing, like where you go and you choose just a frame, it's not really a high resolution picture, and therefore you get less points in the algorithm, because according to algorithm, it's better if you have a high resolution one. So make sure it is when you do upload the picture, um, if you care about the algorithms.
Sorry, guys, I had to get this back on. I had to make sure it didn't corrupt our other file as well. So I apologize on holding up your time.
Thank you, Cuffs. Sean Shenek says, I never like my thumbnails. Oh, why not? Well, you always can redo them. And
Yep.
guys, remember that if you decide that you want to do something else in the style of your channel, you can always go back and redo the thumbnails in all your videos, even if you like. Like Donnie, for example, as we were bringing up at the beginning, Donnie Shaw, you can go and check. He just redid all of his thumbnails for all of his videos. So it's a more cohesive, branded look, so to say.
There, guys, we seem to be up and running. My apologies once again for that. I just wanted to make sure we saved everything as well. Yeah, we had a network freeze on our home servers. That's why. So I do apologize.
The question from Hosier, I only shoot 30 FPS in 1080. Does that make a difference, good or bad?
It's all good. That's all good. That's not a problem at all. You're more than high for your thumbnails, because it's, by the time you bring it down, it's going to be small, but always keep your thumbnails your base size. You always want to keep them at here, I'll show you. This is the template we use for all of ours. And put this to pixels. See, 1920 by 1080, of course, HD. But we always make our template at 300 DPI, which screen anything is 72. And that's why it's a high res thumbnail. So always just make sure you have your pixel per inch at 300. So that's 1920 by 20 HD. And here's, I think some of you guys have seen this before. This is what we use for a lot of our thumbnails. So you'll see a lot of our old videos. As we went back, we always just add to this each time. Or for trying new things, I always keep some scraps around in case I need them later on. But here's back further. Sorry. It gets to be a lot of layers after a while, but if anybody's watched a lot of our videos, you'll recognize a lot of these thumbs. You see they're just laid right over top. Always the same style, because that's the way we like to keep ours. It's good to have uniformity as much as possible, but how you decide to do that is completely your decision. But right now, this is a template. I'm going to delete all those. We're going to go back. So we're going to say we're going to use this picture. I'm going to copy the link once again. Control C or right click, copy paste, open up VLC. In VLC is media, open network stream, paste that in. It was in there already. And then the one we like, for instance, was at 123 around.
Try out a few little creaks.
Oh, you see, I like that one just back a little bit. And we'll just click this frame by frame. So that one's pretty cool. So now we're going to take another snapshot. And you'll see when you take a snapshot here, I'll just click it again. It tells you where it always saves it. It saves it into your pictures folder. And you always have one available. So it's a good thing to have as in case you ever lose yours. I'm using this right now because I don't have his original file, but it is something still good to know. We keep them from all over their streams. Open with Photoshop. So there, now we have the screen. And that screenshot that we just took, this is how big it is in your thumbnails right there. Because remember, this is at 300 DPI. So another little trick in Photoshop, if you want to upsize your images, you can't go too far with it, by the way, but a little bit, is image. And this works in pretty much all photo editors. And we'll go under different names. But instead of that, we're leaving it, because I was just doing a while ago, we're leaving it at percent instead of size. So you see there's our pixels. but we don't want that. We want percent. And we're going to leave it at bit cubic smoother enlargement. And from here is nothing more than just copy. Sorry. Put 110 because it was at 100. So we're going to go up by 10%. Control C is copy, or right click copy if you want, and hit OK. And we've gone by 10%. Now we can bring that up again, paste it, and bring it up and do it. And the reason why you do this, instead of just yanking and pulling, it keeps a lot of the quality of the picture. It doesn't pixelate so bad. So there, we've gone a couple of times. Let's see how it fits right now. Almost there. Image size. One more should do it. And there we have a high-res picture. Nice looking picture. You're a good looking man, my friend, as always. So now it comes down to what your video was about. So we're going to go back and look at that. Oh, sorry, wrong. This is the hard part about doing this because there's so many windows in the open. Largemouth bass and sunfish. So it's more fishing, largemouth bass and sunfish. Okay. So it depends how we want it, what you want to write into it. Like, you know your community better than we do. Off the top of my head. This is why I didn't want to do thumbnails. I was telling her this because it's very easy to have brain fog when you're doing it like live.
Fishing adventures.
Everybody writes fishing adventures. That's what I mean. That's where it's hard because there is a lot of work goes into deciding this, guys. Like, you got to promote yourself here, you know, and you know, I don't know. Let's go down here. Take it. Probably just making it red, and it's all trial and error. Like, you know, there's. You can put it maybe here, maybe see if you can bring your image over a little bit more. We don't have so much room, but we can maybe put it here on the side. Or we could give it a name like, yeah, let's take that out. Let's call it Creek Adventures. And that way you can even make it bigger. And we're going to change that font, make it more impactful. We're definitely going to get rid of that red in a second because it's not standing out well enough. So we could try what I'm. And guys, yes, always as a note, stay away from fonts like that have outlines and look like they come from a printer in the 80s on Microsoft Word. Can't stress enough. I don't see as many, thank God, but still seeing them sometimes. Oh, there, we can even leave it as a type. Size it down a little bit more.
LJ was saying it's hard. It's always hard to choose a text color. What would be suggestions in that?
Well, either you do like we do, where you put a banner underneath, and then you know more what you're working with, the consistency are there, or look for something with a lot of contrast. Now you see, preferably, I'm just playing around right now, but if we had more time and I had his full res, high res version from his original video, maybe, you know, we could maybe put that up here more, bring it down a little bit, always leave it out of the frame. Sorry, I forgot I set that a while ago. So auto select there. You know, more like that, or and then bring this a bit like that, which even works better. Put that up on the side. Now we'll see if we can put him back and maybe even be able to do it. No, oh, why is it not catching on the auto select layer? It should. But let's put it there. You need a color that stands out here, so let's try, I don't know.
Some text always blends with the background. Well, what I do in that case is I put so to say, a strip of a background behind it, like kind of like a block of some kind of color that would distinguish the background and the text. Like you put some kind of shape under it.
It's an export. Another thing you can do too, if you want to have fun with it and make it more impactful, let's make a copy of this layer. We'll duplicate it. Apple U, colorize, and do this. And this is what I like doing sometimes. Sometimes got even more. You want it to have really, you can pick your picture, bring up your saturation. Remember to go heavier than you would in a picture here. You don't want to overkill it, but you can go heavier than you would like if you're, I always say, like if you're doing an 8x10 or something. And then we can try white here now that we have that and see what that looks like.
And as you can see, Andrew did an outline of the text as well, which helps it stand out.
You don't want to overdo it though with that stuff, guys. Like there's those effects used with real caution. Those are the old days. Like you see, this one it actually kind of works. One of the few times I was actually gonna, but you can get away with that one here. You could bring it back a bit.
Poser says, "Wow, that's amazing."
Oh, you're too kind. But thank you.
One cast fish says, "I reduced the full size image to 1280 by 720. Am I losing quality this way?"
Not really. The main thing is whatever image you got, like I say, try to start it off in 300 DPI. That's why I always do a template. I always do mine 1920 by 1080. You can. Always remember the maximum size that YouTube will accept for a thumbnail is 2 megs, so it can't be too big. I find it better at 1920 by 1080. It just gives you more play to make sure your picture stays extra crisp because it's going to be small, so it's going to have a lot of punch to it, but you still should be good at 720. As long as it's 300 DPI, that's the main thing.
Yeah, exactly. Keep your DPIs the same. Should be good. And LAJ says, I've had thumbnails refused because of this file size. Is there a way of how to keep the quality but reduce the size?
That's why it's a good size not to go over 1920, 300 because as long as you save your JPEG and you're pretty much in the realm. And with Photoshop, when you save this JPEG, it will actually show you the size. We'll save it in a second, and I can show you that. And let's see here. Sorry, it's the maximum is 2, and they are hard on it. There's no way around it. It's got to be that. So, and you will keep your quality at that size, 1920 by 1080. Even if you have to bring the slider down to good or something like that, the quality is still more than acceptable for a thumbnail, because it's going to be shrunk down many times once it runs through in the YouTube processor to make it the thumbnail. So you're definitely going to be really good. So yeah, I don't know. There's stuff you can do, just stuff like that. Already gives it a lot more impact. You want contrast, like here. That's why I did this, to give it some contrast. You don't want to be like that, even though it's kind of cool. Here, nobody's going to see a thing once they're there, so that's why make sure everything is seen well. You can also try another thing. I don't know that I kind of like the look of this myself. But that's just my opinion. Now, the next person might say it's awful. You could play with the red.
Poser says you could totally send that to me and it would be great. LOL. Yes, well, welcome. That's a part of it. You get to keep it, and it's up to you if you use it or not.
I know what we did here seems kind of plain, but it works. I don't know what you think, Hun. Any suggestions?
Yeah, and what I wanted to especially point out on this is try to use a picture of a face of some kind of like slap the face somewhere.
Yep.
Because the whole reason why you need a high resolution photo is because the AI is crawling through your YouTube and checking your thumbnails and looking for faces.
Yep.
Because if there is a face there, which is more recognizable, obviously, in the high resolution, it will bring it probably up more because it just likes it more. It likes to be more personal, more engaging, and faces are the things that they're looking for.
Side note too, guys, another thing I'm going to show you, but really do this one with care. Sometimes you might have an element that's a little bit pixelated, and you want to clean it up a bit, if it's not much, you can't go Pac-Man and bring it back to a full picture. Go to your files and filter gallery. And here's what we can do as well. So here's poster edges, and this is one that I use sometimes to clean up images. And if you watch when I take off the filter, and you see it just kind of gives it a bit more contrast, and it looks, gives it that kind of bit of a cartoon edge to it. And you can play with the intensity, but I like it better around 2. See, you could even do that. If it's really lost, like that's kind of a cool effect as well. You know, if you want to keep that look. So you can take it right to there, bring it back. It's one of my, I don't use tons of plugins, but it's definitely one of my favorites. So that one, and here, let's just take a look at another one. Another one that works really well for that, you go to brush strokes and accented strokes. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show off that. See, here's accented strokes. And when it does, it gives it a bit of a painted effect. And you can play with the intensity, the stroke. See, you can pull the stroke length away over or just a little bit. You don't want it much, just enough that kind of cleans up the picture a bit. Because I sized it, I would probably use just a little bit of it. And direction balance. I'm just going to the extreme. Never use the extremes. Those sliders are there, but they're, you see, you don't want a whole pile of it. You just want it to give, think of it like spices when you're making food. It's not there to dominate it. It's there to enhance it. Same thing with this.
Yeah,
But
usually it's good not to go over around 30%
Yeah.
of enhancement as a rule of thumb.
And even 10 is okay sometimes.
Yes,
Like,
but like
yeah,
in extreme
yeah.
cases, like 30 is already too much. But
so you can just see that you barely even see the difference, really. It just takes the edge off of all of it. What do you think? Should we leave it white or put something else?
no, I like this.
Good.
Yeah, I think it pops up. It's contrast, it's face.
Let's try it.
I like it.
Okay, I'm going to send it to you, Hosier. Folder. Group. Okay, first I'm going to save this here. I'll just call it group. And then I'm going to show you this for saving GRE. And I'm not going to show you how to spell, as you can see, and it's not my specialty. Okay, so we're saving it as a JPEG now, right? That's what they need. We don't want a TIFF because it will be too big. It's a JPEG. So this one here I'll call hose. Save. Now, right at 12 quality, you can see we're too high. Right here it says 2.4 megs. So we're just going to pull this off a little bit. See, one dropped at a meg. That's still more than enough. Even if you had to bring it down to like here, you're still good. But so at 11, we want it as high as we can without going over. So there's 11 and 12. So yeah, 11 it is. Okay. And there's your thumbnail. So we'll you want to send that Twitter, I guess, or
Yeah.
see Facebook? I can't remember.
No, Twitter is good. Yeah.
Yep. Well, maybe we'll send them out after, guys. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Once it's done, it'll be easier that way.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Can you show them where to look for DPI and sizes for the JPEG?
Oh, sure.
Like how to, maybe
Okay.
somebody doesn't know.
Yep.
Where to see it.
So we're going to group these by type. So we'll open this one back up in Photoshop. Little note that's not everybody knew this. I see. Also, too, guys, say you're going through pictures. Say we had a bunch here, and you were going through your JPEGs. This is when you want it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but whatever your photo editor is, most of them do this. You went in Windows Viewer. You can just right-click and go to Open With right from here, like Photoshop. If you have a bunch of them, it makes it easier. So one place you can check, of course, to see your picture is right in Windows. It's here. And you see we have the 1920 by 1080, but they don't give, I don't think there's anywhere here where they give DPI, It's only in Photoshop.
No, you can see DPI too in the properties.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the property, no, but down here, though, it doesn't.
Oh, no, not there, in properties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
details. There we go. So right click on it, go to details, and there you have all your information. Dimension, width, height, and DPI, which is dots per inch for anybody who's not sure what that meant.
And that's what you want to keep at
Yeah.
300.
Yep.
Because that's the high resolution one.
And also in Photoshop or whichever one, they pretty much do this universally. Just go to image and image size and just put this to pixels, and you'll have it here as well. So you got a couple of places you can check. Who else wanted one?
Okay, there was
And then maybe you can do the canvas.
yeah, 2448 Toyman.
Oh, okay.
And next is Alage.
Excellent. So there's our group TIFF. We kept our file.
Toyman, are you there? Calling for Toyman. Toyman. Copy. Copy Toyman. Are you using Windows 10?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. I'm still sticking on Windows 7 on this one for now.
I am.
Yeah. I don't know. I just find it works better for the networking and stuff like that. Okay.
And after that, I'm also going to be showing you an online program that is free, how to make it there as well. So stick around.
Pictures of my life.
Yes, Ian's here.
Ian Boucher?
No, 2448. Sorry.
Oh, okay, okay. Cool. Oh. Oh, I like that shot. 559. Yeah, okay. So same thing again here. Copy. I want to remember my time. Media. The network stream. Paste.
All right, welcome back to part 4 of our little mini-series. So
down for now. So I'll end up watching train videos and forget what I'm doing here.
So this is the way we're choosing the freeze frame that after is used for high resolution thumbnail.
Now I'll give you an example. I'm going to try this one, but I still find that a little bit blurry. What I'm going to do is just take a picture. And I'm just going to see now that I have one. It's a great shot, but I forgot to check too. Does his site? Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just kind of checking around and seeing. Oh, we got a shadow there, so I'm not going to take it yet. So let's see. I'm just jumping around and trying different places. Now, usually we wouldn't show a doorway, but because this is the layout one, we can also try this one too. So cool, by the way. There. Nice shot as well. Okay. Let's try with what we got here. So I'm going to go back to our pictures folder where it saved them all, like any Windows computer. Always defaults the same place. I'm going to look. Yeah, see, this one's a bit hard to work with. There's ooh, this is so tricky. This is a great shot, but I'm just worried the door might dominate it too much. I'm going to try it and see, but I'm not sure.
Unless you block it off with a color block.
Yeah. Guys, get out because I like this picture. I like this picture a lot. So right away when we drag it over, we can see with our thumbnail. Like, see, once again, it's going to be too small. That's why it's always good to work with your original footage, by the way, guys, not the one you finish in YouTube, because your original footage is bigger. So, finish size, let's try it. Now, the shortcut for doing that, because you have to do it, sometimes you can save an action too, but I'll not get into that tonight. That's a talk for another day, but it's Control is Alt Control I, Control V for enter. Oh yeah, I guess it would help to get rid of the old YouTube link that I pasted. That is there. We're at right now. But I mean, too, you are talking about, like, for this one, you can kind of.
I would put blocks of white maybe on top.
Blocks of white.
Yeah.
Do it.
No, I'm asking you. What do you think?
I was actually thinking of going on this side, maybe using a mask. If anybody's never used a mask before, a mask will let you adjust pictures, but without hurting the original image. Sorry. So, yeah, maybe I'll use a mask. So what I did was I made a rectangle here. I'll make another one. I'm going to go in about this far. I want to select, modify, and feather.
He says he has a pick video. If you don't want to use this picture.
He has a what?
Picture video. If you don't want to use this picture, he has a video with pictures in it.
Oh no, it's okay. This is gonna come up all the time, so it's see here. I selected the feather. Now I click. Down here you click add layer mask, and there we have it. There, you can always do stuff like that as well. You see, if you disable the layer mask, you still have your picture. You're not getting rid of anything. But yeah, this one's really hard to work with. I'm sorry. This one here, if we had the original, it would be a lot bigger. We'd be able to probably to size it in and get rid of the door. But I don't want to make something for you that looks. That's too bad because I really love that picture. But we'll use this one. And this is, guys, this is part of it too. Like, it is a lot of trial and error, and there's nothing. Most times, thumbnails are a lot of work because they're the most important part. That's what everybody's going to see first when they go to your channel. So it is some time, it is some experimentation, but I mean, it is really worth the trouble. So. Let's see. Okay. So the first thing we would do with this one is we're going to bring up the levels, because remember, it's going to be small, a thumbnail, so we want it to stand out. So we'll give it some more contrast. Just playing around, trying to find a bit of balance into it. So that already brought some punch back to it. What was the title of his video again? Let's go back and look. Part 4. This is the last part. Thanks for watching. This was Crayman's there. Can you ask? Or you can hear me. Just tell me what he writes. Was this like like layout updates?
The Good Cell Life. Hello. Also, hello to Rob, 93, and Janet is in as well.
Hey, how are you? This one we're gonna put up something along the bottom here because the ground is a bit. So maybe we'll take a page out of our book on this one. More. Fill this in. That way we can raise this up a little bit more. Get rid of that white corner. Did he answer back yet with the?
No.
See this one too. We can give it a bit of a paint effect. Actually, don't even have to change it much. Use the same one we use for hosiers.
Yeah, gotta love carpet. Thank you. And yes, you can just put the video back and do it together with the video and kind of fiddle around together with it. And after 2-3 times of it, it's gonna go automatically. Plus, you can create your template for it, so you don't have to redo everything all the time. 4 part of running trains and switching.
Oh, okay. This one's hard because it's a really neat picture, but it's hard to get a feel for it. This ground is the only like the terrain because we extended it. Hey, any suggestions right now? I'm open to them.
Well, I would maybe put a black or white background and rotate the picture half the way instead of putting it horizontally, and then put a block under.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like make it smaller in the picture itself, so it's and kind of rotate it in the middle, like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I find it's getting my OCD off to the roof. I like it. I like it. But
also, you can use the ground as a background for writing. So in the bottom
yeah, I know.
part.
Don't worry, I'm not keeping the font. I'm just trying
That loco is a ET44ACGEVO.
Yeah, see that kind of stuff I wouldn't put too much on unless it's the main title of it because it's nobody can read it in thumbnails. And I'm glad you brought that point because that does happen a lot. And we put a lot of information there, but we got to remember that unless it's a title, nobody can really read it. What about Novartis, maybe? This one's sort of challenging. I wasn't expecting that from this one. It's cool though. It's good. That's all right. Like I say, guys, there's no simple way to do all this. This is it's and you should be doing that with your thumbnails. They should take a while. A lot of the big YouTubers almost spend not as much time in their videos as their thumbnails, but they're one of the highest priorities they give to their workflow because they put them in such a high regard for importance.
Panic says that's my problem. Too much text. It's hard sometimes to limit it to like a keyword or two, so to say.
Always think of a billboard. Pretend you're writing for a billboard and look at billboards when you pass them. You'll notice how little large small text there is, and they're very to the point because they got people passing at 65 miles an hour. They don't have much time to read it, so it's got to be something that catches their eye. Whatever the main part of your message is, just like a title on a book. This is about all the attention you can give most of them. It's going to be the picture and the headline on it if there's text that gets people. But even the fonts I don't like with it. Oh, even some of my old standbys are. Oh, this is tricky. I don't know why I find this one so hard. Like I say, I appreciate the challenge.
He just puts his channel name on it.
On these thumbnails?
Yeah, we'll just put the dot. Yeah.
This is one of the. I don't know why I find this one so friggin' hard. It's because there's a lot going on into it. So maybe we can put that down there and that'll fill up that corner. And then I'm back up here. All my windows crashed. Oh, well, that's great. Unreal today. Unreal. There. I'm going to take Toy Man. I just lost the chat. Can you see anything?
Yeah, I could see it a second ago.
This is not good because I just lost everything. And that means the control window, the whole 9 yards. Oh, I think I got that back. Okay, that's good. Oh, good. Okay. We're having a real fun night tonight. Then send her up here. Hey, man.
From part 1 to part 4, he ran 4 trains.
Cool.
4 trains in 4 parts.
So we can put that up here. Maybe now make this one bigger. Again, we'll have to give this one a drop shadow or something because it's underneath. We could even play with a gradient maybe on this one.
Yeah.
I'll make a copy of it. Or no, even better. Just like that. Well, let's try a gradient and see how that looks. Why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gradient already loaded. Maybe a bit of a chrome one. No. It's not something I would do too often, anyways, is gradient. Because it tends to make the video look like it's 6 years older. It's rare cases I've seen people use them that they look good, but it's a real crapshoot. It almost always ends up in. Oh, it's okay. And that's another thing too, guys. You can try your colors that are in your video already, and then just play with the levels after. That's another thing. Or
I asked Backwoods to send some rain this way. Might come through tomorrow. And it's lots of flooding in Eastern Shore.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
244 likes what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. It's you're too kind. Maybe they'll kind of knock out the bit of the. There. Some more. Just took away the harshness, like darkened up the middles on this a little bit. Also washed. And Yeah, I don't know, like something like that. I mean, just to kind of. What do you think?
Yeah.
It is a hard one because it's so busy in the picture. That's the hardest part. You could also, like, if you decide to brand yourself, kind of like we do with bars or something like that. That's another option. Is eventually you could do. You can come here and put, like, say here to here. And fill this with paint bucket. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. You really want it to stand out like that.
Yes, there. Perfect.
And we can even bring this up a little bit if you want to have here. Yeah, no. Yeah, leave it like that. But it definitely have some more impact to it like that. And it also makes it easier for using your pictures that you got. And you guys can refine these out or do whatever you want with them. These are just ideas. And like I said, we're just thinking on the fly. You just seen that I changed all of our live streams, spent over 2 days redoing all the thumbs again. And our cinematics I've done like 4 times.
That looks great, 244 says.
Well, if you like it, then there you go, sir. It's I will send that over to you after. I'll save as. There's JPEG. Call that one. Boy, man. Save. Now you see his doesn't take up as much. So let's go to the top. See, even at the highest 1.7. So we just that's why I always save it as high as you can. Actually, I should have did this before. I apologize, Hosier. I should have did this for you too, but I'm gonna save the TIFF, and I can save that to you as well, and you can do your whole series like that if you want, and just change the picture and that.
Act naturally. Hello and welcome.
Welcome, welcome. Okay.
That looks beautiful.
So, who's the next one?
LAJ, we decided on the channel art, so I can do that if you want.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. Switch over.
Now, bear with me as I'm trying to deal with technicalities of this, and it's not my computer, so also, wow, this mouse is heavy. Okay, now.
Me too. I just about sat my coffee right in front of the screen.
Are we sharing something now?
Yeah, everything's being shared, the whole desktop. So.
Oh, okay, okay. So what we're gonna do now?
I hate your setup, by the way.
Welcome. Now, hello. I'm gonna put my smart glasses on.
Anyways, this is coming up
for entertainment.
Yeah, it's better. There you go.
It's always good. There you go. You can have your chat. Okay, so now we are gonna do open the link here, and I'm gonna open something first before I share it. And we're gonna do large. Okay. So I'm going to show you a bit different way of how to do any kind of art, including, my goodness, so many windows, including your channel art. No, I'm not sharing.
Oh, okay.
What am I sharing?
No, okay, just hit share screen, share the whole thing to read. Better than if you're jumping between windows.
Okay.
And click hide. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, am I good now?
Yep.
I think I need a tutorial on how to share the screen. Okay, so what I'm using is canva.com. I use it a lot for creating posters for Twitter and places like Facebook and Instagram on a whim, so to say. There is an online version of it, and there's also an app version for your phone. App version difference a little bit for what it offers. It offers more actually options for social media. If you have noticed our posters for today, for example, you all of them were made using Canvas just because it saves time. So what we're going to do, we decided that we are going to do a YouTube channel art. So when we go to the main page of Canvas and we scroll down, and as you see, there's lots of things we can choose to make, and it already shows the sizes. What I like about Canvas is that you don't have to know what size you need for everything, because obviously, and not understandably why, every social media has a different sizing for everything. So right here you have a YouTube thumbnail, and I would go to make a thumbnail, but we decided to do a channel art. So YouTube channel art, there you can see the size, 2560 by 1440. That's already there automatically, so we just click on it. Now, there are a couple options what you can do here. Obviously, it comes white. You can choose, the preset. You can choose something that has already been made and just customize it the way you want it, and that's probably the easiest way to do it. Or you can make it from scratch. Large channel is about cars and saving money while fixing cars. So we're going to try and work around that. So let's see.
Panic G said that's cheating, LOL.
It's not cheating. It's saving time. Also, you can do it on your phone, which lots of people are using. Okay, so let's see if we have something in the presets that we could use. Okay, I kind of like this one. Okay, so we have free and we have paid ones. So you don't want to pay. There's lots of things that you can use. So there is a free version of something. You can just click on it. If you like it, then that's what you choose. Or if you don't like it, just click on another one to preview it. So let's say this. Well, each element in the pictures, you can change. You can delete it, you can get rid of it, change sizes, and so on. So this one is, for example, is grouped, and we don't want. So we're going to get rid of that. Okay. Now, what you need to know about channel art is that you want to keep your text in the middle of the layout, because that way it will be visible for any size of the of your viewer. You can use it on the tablet. You can different types of phones, iPhones, different laptops, TVs. All of these gadgets are going to have different sizes for their screens, and therefore they're going to see your channel art differently. So in order for it to be kind of the same looking for all of the screen sizes, you want to keep the text in the middle part of it. I think it's 1500 by 940 is where you want it to be centered at. So, okay, so let's say, what are the numbers? Large, 5126. 5126. Okay. Cars, how we can call it? Can I open this? Here I have a note there. No, this one here. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so now we can search for stuff. Cars. Let's get inspiration going. So what you can choose from in order to use in your art is either you can use photos, and the ones that are free are royalty free, so you can use them, or you can use illustrations if you want it to be more cinematic, so to say, or animatic.
I'm sorry, I was reading in the chat here. I don't know.
Okay, so let me see.
Art Geek Design wrote 1280 by 350 is the best space in order to fit into mobile.
Okay. So I kind of like this car here. Well, what you can do, you can change the size of it and you can stretch it all you want here because these are high res, like big files that they have uploaded. And remember, this the thumbnail is smaller than their original file is going to be. So, and it allows you to stretch it without losing it, the quality. If you do that on Photoshop, that definitely is not going to work well. So that's one advantage of using this.
Yeah, exactly. And that's right, Art Geek Design is good. That's the best way to do it is with templates. That's what we use for all of ours because when you go to change something later on down the road, you don't have to reinvent the wheel all the time. Same as like our thumbnails we were showing a while ago are all uniform, so we always as well those are even in templates. It just makes things a lot faster to update. 2448 Toyman says that's my car. Well, there you go. Panic D. It took me a while to figure it out, but YT resizes the channel art to the center of TV, computer, and mobile. Weird but cool at the same time. That's right. And if you use vidIQ to, I use them mostly for thumbnails. It's a great plugin for putting up thumbnails for the live streams before they've gone on air. And that's exactly what it does with them. It will show you the 3 versions after how it's going to look on Facebook and stuff. It's a good reminder, you know. That's why I always say to use those things. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. It's all based on the thumbnail ratio, 100%.
Okay.
Well, but the resolution is good. Art Geek Design was it's for the high res thumbnail just to look better for the algorithm.
Okay, we're gonna ungroup this because we don't want this bottom here. So we're just gonna get rid of it. I just like this font and that's why I kept it. So we're just gonna ungroup these ones, see ungroup, and that way you can get rid of the top part of the text that you don't want and just keep the text in a font that you like. And you can choose, of course, where to put it. And okay. What is good about this too is, and I mean, Photoshop has it as well, but this, as you see, as I drag things, it kind of lines it up. See, if I keep dragging it, it's going to show me the middle of it. That's the vertical line. It shows where the middle is. So it's easier to visualize it. Okay. So I want it a bit smaller, so it goes into the middle.
Oh, Lash says it looks really nice.
Well, thank you.
Like for instance, every day we prepare for the live streams. I do all my work in Photoshop with Xenia for all the Twitter updates, everything, and that she's all pretty much always using Canva.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna guys show you after I have all them saved. It's really just a template.
Yeah, Art Geek Design says I need to go back and reconsider my color choices. I've been reworking on working on the design of my website, which is primarily off white this time around. Yeah, I remember your channel. And then, I mean, we've done the same thing too. That's what I just was saying, like the other day, I went back and rebranded all of our live streams. It was a lot of work. I mean, not full time, but literally probably 15 hours, I guess, probably. I'm just picking a number out of my head for the thumbnails. But it is work. It is a lot of work going back, but I do believe it's worth it. There's nothing wrong with it. We're not Pepsi yet or anything, so we get a bit more freedom to play with our branding and find out what works. Like yours are really, really classic. Like they're, yeah, I am just opening yours up again exactly. And it's got such a refined look to it. Yours almost reminds me sometimes of like a law firm or something like that, or a high end drafting company. They're very nice. Like, I like that you keep a constant look with them. Like I see you did one that's not quite the same as it, like gel pens as watercolors and shading tips. Still look really good. Like, and I like, oh yeah, like I like the way you did that. You got the same as us. You got one form for your videos and another one for your live streams. They're so good looking. Oh, thank you, Trish. So glad you could make it by. Hope you guys are well. Yeah, I know it's
Craft
a busy
beers
time of
are
year.
in.
Yeah, Trish D is making an appearance. Says hi, you two. It's down to the last week of school and baseball series playoff. Want to show some love quick. Well, we're so glad you could drop by and say hi. Same with us. Well, our kids next week's their last week.
Yep.
Yep. I'm awful at remembering that stuff.
That's why mothers are there.
That's why mothers are there. That's right. 100%. But I hope you guys are doing well, and please give our best, I should say, to Brandon as well. Yeah, Laz, like that's it. Like you get some places, like that's the hard part. Why we don't really review a lot of channel like we did last week the first time. Because I see it all the time. There's a lot of snobs out there that just want to cut everybody down, make everybody feel bad. And it's not about that. When you're working Microsoft Paint, everybody's got to start somewhere, and go on YouTube and watch as many tutorials as you can in your spare time. You'll get all kinds of great ideas. And not everybody has to become a Photoshop genius onto it. It's got nothing to do with that. Just always think for thumbnails, the most primitive way to do it is think of, I said it a while ago there, oh my God, of billboards. Billboards, because people only see them for a few seconds driving by. Same thing with your thumbnail. Same idea, smaller scale, but the same way. They're not going to be able to read every little bit of text is there. You want things that punch. And you can use more contrast in them than you would on a regular picture. Trish says even hubby hasn't uploaded a video today. Oh, I know when things get busy, it's hard to find time. But after this week, they'll not be in school, and you guys will be have a little more time. But the summer gets busy, of course. You got the kids home all the time. Maybe. Yeah, I know, Panic. It's funny how it works like that sometimes. They're done next week, and then they go back the last week of August, of course, for like 2 days, and then it's the long weekend here, and as usual. Like Xenia, you were done what, the end of April, beginning of May? You were in school?
30th of May, we were always done.
Yeah. Yes, that's right, Art Geek Design. You can do that as well. That's right. It's all about the punch to them. It's all about stuff that stands out. Now, like Art Geek Designs, I was just looking at it, like I said a minute ago. These are very. I hope you guys get to check them out at some point. I like his style. Usually, this style is hard to pull off, but he's done it. It's consistent. Looks smooth. Looks elegant. Looks like business cards each time he's live streams, and these other ones are amazing as well. It's just found that right way to balance it. Hey, you could. There's a marketing thing. I can't recall the term, but where you want to stand out from your competitors. The cereal box effect, exactly, which falls under billboard. All those ones work with that. Because yes, you can sit down and stare at your cereal box for hours, and there is more text. But if you notice, most of it's on the side of the back, or because of Canada, everything is bilingual. So one side's French, one side's English. So it's all impact stuff. It's all made to stand out the shelves because Crispy Crunch doesn't want to be confused or overdone by honeycomb and all these cereals. It's remember when somebody searches, they're gonna have a bunch of videos come up, and you want yours to stand out. It's currently clickbait. Like people are scared to say that, but you got to do. But there's good clickbait and bad clickbait, just like good and bad cholesterol. You can't be too modest here. You've got to sell yourself, but you also don't want to lie, and that's where bad clickbaiting comes in. That's the chick in a thong laying over a car, and then you go in, and then it's got nothing to do with it. I mean, that's a lie. Well, it's simple as that. But if you do have Peter McKinnon's great at doing those, 5 things you must have in your camera bag. Like, that's a statement, and showing the look, and then showing the impact in the picture. That's good clickbait. That's what you want to be doing. Linus Tech Tips, like he's brought up a great example of that is, and look at these guys. I can never stress enough. I know some of the channels like hate on people who are big in YouTube. Well, hating on them is not going to do anything. It doesn't change the fact of where we all are. But learn from what they're saying. And Linus Tech Tips was talking about, because they take his picture in front of green screens. They have hundreds of them. Him holding his face and over the top shock and all, and they use them constantly because market research has shown that they do work. Like you said, not that I want my kids to grow up and see their father sitting there holding his face and making all these ungodly faces, but it's what works.
I just wanted to show you, guys, that what we were talking about before. While we were talking, I found it. This is how different it looks, the channel art on different sizes. And you just type into Google YouTube channel art and images, and you can see that the biggest one, obviously, is for TV, the maximum desktop, how tablet looks like, and how the minimum on the mobile. And really, this is what you want to be centering your main information is in that middle.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, I've used those in the past. They are handy. It really puts things into perspective for you. 2448 Toyman, you have a great night, and we'll catch up with you then tomorrow or something and send you your thumbnail. And thank you so much for coming. Sorry, I'm a bit out of sorts. It feels so weird being on this side. All my stuff is on the opposite side from where it should be.
As you just seen, you can actually upload your own pictures as well. You just click on the upload and choose the image that you want. So you don't have to use the stock pictures. You can choose your own as well.
And double check with a couple of them there are geek before you do that. Just double check and see, because there's sometimes it's good to look at 2 or 3 of them, make sure everything is kosher. Usually they are, but it's just always good to check.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually trying to see if I hit it right or not with the spot of the text. See what I'm doing? So this way I'll be able to see how much is it. And I'm a little bit over top, so I should be lowering the text. Can you guys see that? This is where the text should be, and this is where my text is. So it's a bit too high for it. So what we do is...
well, welcome, Dr. Egbert.
Just put it a little bit down for now.
So good to have you. Said, hello, I was just told that you need to put about a 10 pixel buffer for the cell phone center part because it gets cut off on iPhones. That's interesting.
It's always good to get that template from the Google and check it if it works with what you did or already if you're using Photoshop, you can just use it as your template layer.
That's right, Lodge. That's what I was doing the other night when we had, who was it on? When we had hazy days because we had that crash and we had to use Xenia's computer. So I said it was only fitting that the night we have somebody on who drives on the other side of the road, and I'll sit on the other side of the computer. Dr. Sten Engberg was our close guest last night. He was absolutely fantastic. And he's a past Olympian, by the way, who competed in the 92 Olympics.
Yes,
Decathlon.
that was such an honor.
Yeah, came in the top 10. We're so on it. Yeah, we love what you do, and like your talks last night about diet. That we had people come in tonight, by the way, and still talking about it. So people really enjoyed it. But I'm sorry, I'm still also hooked as well on the Olympian side. We can actually say we had an Olympian on our channel.
I know, it's
Yeah.
crazy, isn't it?
You're our first doctor and our first Olympian, so you're
Yeah.
first. North American Trains, hey, how are you? Good to have you here. Dr. Sen said, yes, Dean Newman has been checking on all the channels and has an iPhone. Huh, that's interesting. It's tricky because in the end, there's so many platforms, like, between that all, it's trying to find the best balance you can get for everything. But I want to look into that more. That's interesting. I'm glad you told us about that. Nickname. Oh, okay, yeah. God knows. I'm telling you, some of this other side's completely. We've switched sides, Dr. Egbert, and now I'm all messed up. I think we were talking about the brain last night. I think this is like a social experiment we're doing right now, Xavier and I, that's gone totally wrong.
Hopefully not totally wrong.
I just feel so out of place. Well, no, our geek, you really do it. Like I say, your channel, because that's a hard design to pull off. Like, it's not that it's hard to design. The main thing is it's hard to get that look to look good, and you have done that. So I give you credit for that. It's because it's not an easy look to run with, but you made it happen. And by the way, that colored pencil one like that, I like the look of that so much. It really is cool. Yes, Laj, definitely check him out if you haven't yet. His thumbnails are really nice. Because like I say, guys, this is your business card. That's what people are going to know long before your content is going to be the title and your thumbnails. Just think of yourselves at a meet and greet for one of those professional meet and greets in the city. It's one of those. It's literally you got seconds to try and impress and wow somebody. It's down to what you say in the first line and the business card that you hand over. So thumbnails, you can never put enough work into them, in my opinion. We've, like I say, designed ours a couple of times, and I don't regret any of them. They do need that work. And if it's been a couple of months and you redo your thumbnails, a lot of times YouTube thinks it's a new video and actually can sometimes start recirculating it again. That has happened to people, and all of a sudden they've taken off. Yeah, that's right, Panic D. That's right. It is literally your business card. That's right. And I like that you guys are really putting in the effort on your channel, Panic D. I like how you guys are running with it. You're looking for new ideas, and not just from us. You're checking everywhere. I really commend you on putting that much work into it. Yeah, Art Geek Design, I get you. Like, I'm actually working on a project right now, and I haven't done editing of it. We've done so many live streams, so A, that put me a little out of practice. And B, I'm into After Effects, which I haven't played with in a while. And wow, it's frustrating at the same time. The daily vloggers, yeah, like once you're doing it all the time, like I have usually a thumbnail that I'll do when I was making my videos. Like we're doing 6 nights a week, and the thumbnails, a picture. It doesn't take me that long. Part of the reason why I redid my thumbnails is for that reason, to be faster, because not everybody has good pictures of themselves they send us, and a lot of times the pictures come in last minute. So if you look at it, it's set up to work by 1280 by 720. So literally, I can just go look for a screenshot like I did with Hosier a while ago, find the one that works, and paste and plop it in, play with the levels, and I'm pretty much good to go. Everything's on a template. I just changed the daily number and the name. The name, I have it set up that I can fit 2 lines in if I need to, and I just play with the kerning and either spread out the letters or bring them in just to fill up that spot. It's I've seen myself do them in about 10 minutes, I guess, from opening to completion. Hey, happy Canadian, how are you? Good to have you here. Did I miss something from? Yeah, allows for what I need to do with it, but like that's the thing with it. Like Photoshop's a huge program, bigger than all the other Adobe ones because they all complement each one. There's people who spend most people spend their whole life learning what they need to do with it, and don't know 3/4 of it, and that's okay because it's such a huge program. There's many things that you'll never need to touch, and it depends. Like if you work in 3D design, if you work in video, if you work in print, if you work on web. I mean, yes, some people do all of them, but even that is still it's unbelievable the power of that program. There's so many things that you'll go your whole life and never know are there. It's like living in the city. You'll never get to know every person that lives there or every store that's there. You get to know the stores that you need. I need to get off my bum and actually script up some video ideas. My life is too. Pardon me. Sorry. I'm coming down, I think, with a cold or something. My throat is sore tonight. My life is too boring. The vlog. Yeah, but you take a lot of these guys, you see the big ones, and they got more stuff going on. But if you go back to their older stuff, they made a big deal about going to the corner store for milk. I'm no good at that. Like I don't know. I would love to be, but I wouldn't have the skills for it. To hold a camera in front of me, talk to it like people are right there, and get excited about the orange juices and come up with something interesting as I'm taking it off the shelf. Those guys do though. I don't know how they do. Panic. I make thumbnails while the video is uploading normally. Yeah. Redoing the template since I lost the other one. I know. I am not bitter. You have a right to be bitter. I understand completely on that one. I definitely aren't exactly work with video inside for sure. You can touch up video as well and everything else and that. There's no limit to what it can do. I mean, the book is massive for it. Way more than Premiere, After Effects, all those ones, just because of that.
So how does that look like?
What do you think, Laj? Looks cool. Got a real retro look to it. Sporty.
You want to change something? So, Lange, is that good? I wanted to give that that retro look because you want to save cars through the ages and save money. At the same time, the lines gave the dynamic a little bit of the movement, unfinished lines. and red pops out, because not all of the screens are going to be seeing all of this. This is the biggest way people are going to be ever seeing most of the time. It's going to be seeing just the central part of it here.
Says looks good to me, kind of retro.
Okay. Okay, well, there you go. We're gonna save it.
Kennedy, Andrew, I know you are Swamp Buddy. I really do understand, but would love to check out our last video, the one coming out on Thursday. More video production. Definitely. I will, for sure. Like I said, and if I do miss something like that, just send us a message on Twitter or on YouTube. Because it's nothing personal. I forget a lot of things right now. That's what's going on.
So this is the on-channel art, and I mean, even from here, you can go to either import this to Photoshop and tweak it, you know, put the grain on it, you know, or edit in the regular editor here as well. You know, there's a whole bunch of things that you can do just with the image as well, but it's still, I find it's easier than doing it in Photoshop.
Art Geek says it's very retro, good contrast too, easy to read. Lash says you've been more than kind, and thank you. Art Geek Design, beautiful. Terrell, nice job, Pusa. Oh, Manon Fish, bonjour, comment ça va? It has that kind of like 1970s magazine ad look to it.
Yeah, see, and I brought it to the to Photoshop for those of you who liked Photoshop. You know, and can do it still. With some.
Oh, je suis très bien, merci. On mobile, the top of the read very well. Maybe do an overlay in Photoshop and block out the section that may only see them. Maybe. I think though she had lined it up already. She had checked out the template.
It should be, but it can always be redone. The thing is with and I will save it right now because I can fiddle forever with this. The thing is with Canvas that you can go back in case, for example, if it doesn't work the way you wanted it, you can go always back and redo it. You know, I'll guys show you what we have here. Is the posters that we were doing for see, it fits here, so that's what exactly I was talking about. See, so it should fit, but if not, we can always put them in smaller. What I wanted to show you is that we have our pictures. See the collection, especially the one that Andrew haven't seen today.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there you go. I hadn't seen that one. Xavier and I do these things every day. We barely ever see what the other one does half the time. So.
Yeah, okay. There's a whole series of them today. There's also a GIF one, the moving Andrew, if you want to check that out today. I don't have it here though. But as you can see, there's our templates for the guests, okay? So, I mean, you can also, I'm just, you know, hoarder, although I could have just deleted all of them. But what I do is when I have a new guest, let's say, you know, on next Monday, I'm going to just, because I have the same text, next Monday, I will just make a copy of this and then go inside. This is our yesterday's. And just, you know, change the picture, the name. I will choose the background picture and that's it. And it literally takes 5 minutes.
Sometimes I use the pictures from the like a background pictures from here, you know, but sometimes I also use Pixabay because that's another way of getting amazing pictures for free. You can just download it from there and upload it back. See Pixabay, and I don't know, same cars, and see all of these pictures are free. Amazing pictures. Look at that. So you can use it. It's Creative Commons. So you just download it, the biggest possible, the better, and then you upload it back to your canvas and use it as a background. And that's how we do our posters. And you can do your thumbnails the same way. You just create the same look and just exchange the background picture or the text if needed. And that way it stays the same way. This is for our Instagram stories the same way. I just copy it and change the picture, and that's all. So there you go. If I can find how to stop sharing this now. There. There, and we're back.
Welcome. Sorry, I'm just answering Twitter stuff here, and yeah, we're gonna switch. I can't take this anymore. Are you doing another one, or because it's already 10
No,
o'clock?
I'm good.
Thank God.
Even if I would want to.
Oh, I missed my spot. I'm a creature of habit. I think Xenia has another name for it at this point.
And I'm the one with production.
I know that's all of them. That one. But
You don't have to change dimensions between devices. You could just, like I showed you before, you download that picture of all of them in one, and then use it as a template. Like, see, I put it on top of After to see if it's centered or not. You can use it as a first layer in Photoshop or first layer in Canvas, and then you see where to center your text, and that's all.
God.
What?
Just closing 45 tabs. I'll be with you in 2 seconds.
Yeah, so you just use that, and that way you don't have to change anything anymore. The hardest part is to use to have different sizes for different social media, because in order to have it optimal, resolution and quality, unfortunately, I don't know why each and every media has completely different sizes for their art. Flaco's beer reviews. Hello.
Hey, welcome.
Dreamstein and Envato are marketplaces of choice, but Pixabay is where I've gotten most of my image stuff. Yeah, I have tried different. I also sell my own pictures on Shutterstock and iStock. Now it's become one, but yeah. So, but the free version, I find the free great pictures. Pixabay I like the most out of all of the ones that I have tried, but it's a good suggestions too. We'll check that out.
Sorry, guys. Somebody we're doing for the first time ever a collab with was asking a question, so that's why. Can I close this one? Did you save it for?
Yeah, I saved it.
Okay, so I can close it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Laj, I don't know why. Maybe PanicD could work on it for the software writing on for the sizing, just to include that. But for the web design, though, there are responsive. Well, what they call are responsive designs for web design, and really, people should be using only those in creating their websites, because those are going to be the ones that adjust according to the size of your screen that you're using. Instead of looking all crooked because all of a sudden it's a different phone.
I'll be with you in 2 seconds. Working on the project, that's why.
There's a really old sites were built for 800 by 208. Well, yeah, I mean old sites, but they shouldn't. They should be redoing them and have used the responsive um, homepage builder for template.
Oh my god.
And yes, Panic D, I should. I do have some of them on Pinterest. We have kind of put it more YouTube things on Twitter. As you notice, Facebook has sometimes some things. Instagram stories has sometimes a mention of our live stream. Always, if the person has Instagram themselves, then I put this IG story in so they can share it. If they don't, then I usually don't. Same as with Pinterest, I do sometimes, but we have our main business is photography and videography. So if I will start flooding it with just live streams, it's gonna start fade away what we are actually doing here.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why YouTube sparsely everywhere, but mainly for Twitter.
It's
Good idea though. If,
it is
for
definitely
somebody who is using there just for that, for sure. Also, I probably could just create a completely separate board for it inside Puša Studios and call it YouTube Lives and do it that way. Which, yeah, that's a good idea actually. Maybe I will do that instead of putting them into videos. Generally, I will create a separate board on Pinterest because that's what you can do within kind of folder within a folder now, which is kind of neat. So I could do that. Yeah. Thank you.
See, that's the nice thing about all just talking together, and that you never know what ideas we're all going to get from each other, and it's a collab thing. It's always collab.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it gives external links to my videos. Well, that's why I do stumble upon. I do well, obviously Facebook, Twitter, Reddit sometimes. I don't know if you guys knew, but Facebook share also counts if you share it to a private message. So if you don't want to share your YouTube onto Facebook, but you want to have algorithm fooled, which you did, you can just share and put it to share it to message and send it to yourself. It's still going to count as a share to Facebook. So yeah, that's a workaround. Yeah, of course, the more external links, the better, definitely. And yes, I should do good point. I should do the separate folder. I just was kind of. It's hard to balance that, not over flooding our day-to-day business with YouTube videos because otherwise it gets confusing for clients. Well, what are they doing? Where they're just on YouTube, because we're doing kind of both under the same name and using the same social medias and stuff. So that's why. Hello, Peace Rock. Reddit is a good place to get people in, but you have a chance of digging up trolls. Well, you can always dig up trolls anywhere. And by the way, we are on Reddit too. If you would like to, put something on our, just follow us on Reddit, and then we can like or up each other's videos.
Yeah.
It's better if somebody else Reddits your video, not yourself. So. A site I visit every day is Kitco.com. It's completely different depending on what device you're using. Yeah, well, exactly. They're talking about the different ways of viewing. They should be having the responsive website. I don't know why people still are not using it, especially the ones who use like builders, like a WordPress or Blogger or whichever, you're using. They're always responsive ones, and you can download them even and upload them to whatever platform you're using to build your website. So I don't know why people are not doing it.
Well, what do you say? What would you?
Yeah, well, unless guys, you have any questions for today. Hi guys, we're using Coral Video Studio Pro and want to do an upgrade, much more professional video editing. Any recommendations from Wiseman Creek Studios? What are you using, honey? question
Oh,
was.
sorry. Like I said, I got the collab thing going. I was just reading. He messaged me back. I apologize because his time too. I don't want to take from.
So
If guys were-
Weissman Creek Studios is using Corel Video Studio Pro and want to do an upgrade for a much professional video editing.
Yeah.
Any recommendations?
I'm sorry, Wiseman, because I love your channel. And lately the race car stuff's been just awesome. I know you're filling space. We got other stuff coming, but I love it. Corel, which was actually a Canadian company.
Yeah.
I don't know if it still is or not. At one time, they were almost set to knock out in the Word software and all that. They were like the main head-to-head against Microsoft for a couple of years. I always recommend DaVinci Resolve if you don't want to, especially if it depends what the budget is, because you can do a lot of things for free that you can do in Adobe Premiere. It's made by Blackmagic, who makes the famous Red Series cameras. Oh, you're putting the link?
I'll put the link. And
Yep.
if you want to purchase something and you don't like Adobe, then this is the next best thing.
Yeah.
I mean, for what you're asking for, and since you already use the pro version of Corel Video Studio,
Yeah.
I would suggest the pro version of it and not the free one, although the free one is great too, but just from where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's right. Corel bought Video Studio. They didn't develop. That's right. Yep. But I mean, they did have Corel Draw, and what was the name of their word editing suite? But I mean, they've stood the test of time, and those are great programs. There's nothing wrong with them. Oh, thank you, Teeth Drug, for stopping by. It's always appreciated. I hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for coming by. Yeah, just DaVinci Resolve has so much power into it. For the free version, it's unbelievable the level it goes to, and there's tons of tutorials on YouTube about it. And I have it here because I want to start using it because the pro version is really great for noise reduction. If not, I mean, Adobe Premiere is kind of the industry standard. Unless you're on a Mac, then I mean, lots are doing Final Cut Pro. Yeah, I believe so too, Art. I think they were one of the first to use vectors. No panic. Nothing to apologize for. We're just having a talk. Word perfect. Word perfect. That's right. They didn't design Word Perfect though? Oh, I thought they had a hand in that one. There's the link below for DaVinci Resolve, because then you just posted it.
And if you want to download something, you gotta scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, and the free version and the pro version is gonna be on there.
Yeah, see, I wasn't a Mac guy. That was the whole thing. Even when I was in school taking multimedia integration in 2000, there was me and like 29 others, or 25 others, whatever. And I was about the only PC guy.
Be strong. Have a happy moving day.
Oh, God. Good luck with that. I'm thinking of you.
What do you use to edit videos?
I was just about to answer that one, Wiseman's. For me, I use Adobe Premiere. It's what it's what I've been using for years. It's just because of the comfort zone into it. I'm not a Mac guy, so for me, it was just DaVinci Resolve looks really interesting. The thing is just I just didn't want the learning curve right now. We're already kind of at, but if you're going to learn, it's definitely something you can take a look at. There's even, you can switch the panels onto it, which is pretty cool. They do have an Adobe Premiere panel look to it. It's not identical, but it brings back a lot of the same movements, which was quite smart of them, I thought.
Yeah, and the thing is too, lots of professionals use DaVinci to reduce noise. If that's something that you're interested in, then it's probably a better version than Adobe. Adobe is a classic value.
Yeah.
But there are lots of new things that are coming in.
Well, like look it up till a couple of years ago. I mean, if you didn't use Microsoft Word, you were never going to publish. You're never going to do anything in print. And now look how Google jumped in on that market with Google Docs and just like sucked the life right out of Word. They haven't taken them away completely. They've definitely eaten into a lot of their money, their share. And a lot of the YouTubers are using that. They're not even bothering with Microsoft anymore.
Premiere and After Effects.
Yeah,
Awesome, but I love Final Cut Pro. Just don't have a Mac to use it on. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was saying a while ago about back in school was the answer to that one. And
Yeah, Jose is saying thank you for the cool thumbnail because you gave me some great ideas.
oh, I'm glad you liked it. It was, it's fun to kind of just battle around some thoughts together and stuff like that.
We're audio, not video experts, and help appreciated. Don't mind spending to get good results.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about it. You can definitely go, like, I mean, if you're working already with Photoshop and stuff like that, I know you do audio mostly. Adobe is a good way to go, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just saying, if you want, though, you can probably get most of the results you're looking for out of DaVinci Resolve. It was just an option. They do have a version that costs $1,000, and that one, unfortunately, is the one with noise reduction into it. But really, you got to buy a plug-in for Photoshop, anyways, for Premiere to do the same thing. Not $1,000, but you still got to pay for the program. So I would say either Premiere, Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve would be, but like Final Cut Pro is only if you're working in Mac, and I'm saying that because in music, I know it's more possible you guys are working on Mac. So.
Andy wants to make his own transitions and animations. Need After Effects for that more as well, if you would like to get into that.
Well, transitions you do in Premiere, but animations,
yeah. Animations,
and just be patient with it, because After Effects is not as easy to jump into as Premiere in that. It is more work. It's got a bigger learning curve. The timeline's a little more confusing, stuff like that. Like I'm doing something in it right now I haven't done in a couple of months. And the last couple of years I haven't done a lot of After Effects. I've backed off from it a lot. And every time I get into it, I almost start thinking, do I really want to do what I'm doing right now with it? That's my question.
And Art Geek, definitely, if you're using more than two programs, usually, I was looking at that too. If you use more than two programs, it's better to have a CC option. The benefit of it is that it gives you updates all the time. Like instead of how it used to be that you just got to purchase the next one, but it was only once a year kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now they have updates almost every month, which is a good and a bad thing. A good thing because there's new features. Bad thing, sometimes you have to relearn stuff from scratch because it all of a sudden disappears.
Yeah.
And nobody knows where is it. And then, more than two usually. You can customize now. I think it used to be bundles, but now I think you can choose like a la carte kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where you can choose which ones you want. Yeah.
Penny D was asking about Adobe Image Ready. If I'm just looking it up because that was discontinued. Yeah, that's that's been a while since I heard about that one. Yeah, I'm just looking at 19. It was continued in 2007. So yeah, it has been a little while. Yeah.
Thanks. So Adobe Premiere is industry standard, like Pro Tools to audio. Is that right?
Yes.
I would say so.
But also DaVinci Resolve as the paid one. The one thing about DaVinci Resolve, if you go with the professional one, you pay $1,000 and it's yours. Where Adobe, you're gonna be paying like a monthly fee.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about CC.
That's what you're using for your thumbnails, Panic. Wow.
Wow.
Cool. Hey, there's nothing wrong with these. It depends what you want to do with something. It doesn't mean you can't do anything with these programs. That's what we've been saying since the beginning.
Oh yeah. There are so many places. And the same as I was using Canvas is just because I have tried like 15 of them and I just like it better. Yeah. But there's like tons of them there. I even written some down here. People have been Hanzoid.com, iPicky.com, adtext.com. There's a whole bunch of things that you can use, and it's just if you like it, use it. And that's why I said it doesn't matter sometimes if you use Photoshop or online thing.
Laj says, tonight I learned just how much I do not know. Wow, so many tools out there. It's a vast world, and like I say, a lot of you guys came in here that into YouTube world that had a passion for something took on so much by signing up to do YouTube, like learning all the editing, marketing, all these things. It's a lot to take on. It's a whole other realm all on its own. So that's why I always say I tip my hats off to you guys for doing that. Something I ran into with Adobe, but I'm not sure if they changed this. If you have any older version of the sub version and had it more than 6 months to a year, to still use it, but you just can't get the upgrade version for it. Yeah. Yeah. That's the that's the thing with the CC versions now.
Well, that's cool, Pennington.
It plays to Adobe Photoshop. Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, as we said, whatever works
Yeah.
is good. You know, it's like cooking. Some people make their cakes from cake mix, and some make them from scratch.
Have a good night, Hosier. Thank you so much for coming. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, we'll get in touch with you after and send that over to you. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Don't have to, but yeah, sure.
LV and Voy, welcome. We're actually just about to go off, unfortunately, but we'll be back tomorrow night. We have a guest tomorrow night. Do you want to talk about the guest, Tom?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have somebody most of you guys know, but we don't know him completely yet because we haven't had him as a featured guest. We have had him as part of our Manic Monday show. Sorry, and it's Mr. Razorian Buck.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that one. We've had him on before playing music a bit with us, but we've never sat down and really talked. So
yeah.
Get to know him better. I was just looking at LV and Voy. I'm an up-and-coming music producer and songwriter, just living life. Forgive for the camera shyness. I will get better. Well, it's great. You're already confronting your camera shyness by being on here. And States, got Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud. Very cool. Beauty DeBoer, was so nice to have you here. Such a great time with you. Oh, Donna, we're just about to take off. Custom Cards is here. Xenia's kind of having she's been kind of a trooper. She's had a pretty bad run of pain the last couple of days, and tonight she was having a really rough night. She came on and did her usual thing. So we are going to keep it a little shorter tonight. Usually we run off a bit more. But tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Razorian Buck as our guest. I'm sure a lot of you know him already. He's been in here lots. If you guys can make it, that would be really, really great.
Today we were doing some tutorials, live tutorials.
Yeah.
With giveaway product of YouTube channel art and thumbnails. So you can go back and see used Photoshop and Canva.
Yeah.
So 2 different ways of doing it. You can check that out.
And Donna, I'm going to send you a message. You don't have Twitter, right? Just before we go, I want to ask you that. You only use Facebook? Because your site, your YouTube channel only had Facebook, which I added you because I want to send you a message. Actually, while I have you here, if you're still here, I'm going to give you anybody who doesn't have this yet.
Yes, she has Twitter.
You have Twitter?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Can you put a link for Twitter, hon, please? Can you follow us and we'll follow you because I want to send you a message.
I think she does already.
Oh, you do already?
Yeah.
I think
she does. Yeah.
You do. Okay, well then my apologies. All right, we'll send you a message in the very, very near future. That's great. Yeah, I think the 2 of us are burning. And I think, like I say, I think you're really in pain, and I think I'm coming down with a cold. And it's just one of those fun times, right? I'm so sorry about that, Donna. My apologies. I seen you and I just had a brain fart.
Yeah, I mostly handle Twitter, so that's why I forgive. But
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah,
Thank you so
it's
much.
like-
Yeah, I hope this pain is not fun. I must tell you guys.
Yeah. She was a real trooper because she is in a lot of pain tonight. It's been 3 months. They've been had her off of her meds because she's going on a trial. She wasn't supposed to be off this long, but the trial medication keeps getting delayed. So, with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome and not much to take, it's right now it's a lot on the system. And of course, we have 2 children here at the house and one that lives in his own. So. That's life, right? Well, guys, I'm going to let you go for tonight. Thank you so much for coming tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Rosorian Buck is our guest. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of people here. Thank you so much, Panic D. You guys are... I finally get to the doctor on the 29th. Finally. Well, I'm so happy to hear that. Really happy to hear that.
Yeah, I hope so
Yeah.
too, because it starts to get pretty hopeless.
Yeah.
I'm
Hang on
laughing, but it is really painful. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
sticking around with us today, and hope we could help you with some tips and tricks on thumbnails and banners or channel art,
Yep.
and some questions about tech. We're here. We do the Tech Talk every week at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're here every night from Monday to Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern with you in the chat and our guests.
That's right.
So tomorrow, Rosorian Buck. That's going to be fun. He's a fun guy.
Yep.
So it's going to be fun talks. And stick around for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We have a great lineup of guests too. And as I said, Saturday, we're going to have some nice surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Something related, associated with Mr. Peter, who, by the way, had a baby today.
There you go. I didn't know that.
So that's this week, later on. Stick around.
Cheers,
Love you
guys.
guys.
Love yous. Cheers and keep creating. Have a good night. Bye now.